All right, peace, peace, peace. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house, I was blessing your day. So I'm gonna come back with another. By His mercies we're unconsumed. Just want to come back with a quick video, man. You know, yeah, man. You know what it is? No, I might touch on that too after this. But yeah, man, because one we're alive in the Most High in your house, has body, and two we're naturally alive. Yeah, because I was reading. I want to touch on this because I touched on it earlier about Proverbs 23 about how about man that's spiritual the meat this we talked about the deceitful meat earlier with Yahushua in Proverbs 23 how he wasn't that how he was without God or deceit. I was going to talk about this how reason why Daniel and also all of some of our other forefathers didn't eat it was really spirit. It was let's go John 6:34 real quick. Okay. Yeah. It says, "It is a spirit that quickeneth, and the flesh profit nothing. The words I speak unto you, they are spirit, they are life." So yeah, exactly, yeah, and yeah, actually too. That's what actually even too. I didn't even realize that, man. That's what Hey, what other way too? Let me just say this too. Better than it is going to tie into this a little bit, but whether because I just realized it because even in the world, even regular life, they said speak life into people. And what better way to speak life into I might touch on this, do another video about this, Lord willing soon, but speak life into people than the word, because how I said, this word is life, man. That's just how you speak life into people. Also too, that's what Yahushua meant, speak. I mean, not Peter says speak as the oracle of God, not just quoting verses all day, quoting Bible verses. Yeah, you can without saying it though, but it's more like your life. And also too, even in regular conversation, you can quote the word without quoting the word. You can really paraphrase the word as well, but really, it's just speaking is really your conduct, your life, man. That's just is what it is, man. Speak life into people. Also too, just speak life into people, man. So that's just near here and there. But let me grab this to Proverbs 23:3. It says, Proverbs 23:3. It says, "Be not desirous of his dent." Let me grab this. Proverbs 23:1. It says, "Be when thou sittest with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee, and put a knife to thy throat. If thou be a man given to appetite, like Yahushua said, cut it off, cut your members off. Pretty much, you're going after your lust, pretty much. It could be different lust, like the brothers call Shalom was pointing out earlier in their camp, earlier in their video. But it says, be not desirous for his denities, for they are deceitful meat." So yeah, let's go to Daniel real quick. Daniel chapter 1. Daniel chapter 1, verse 8. It says, but Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself of the portions of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested the prince of eunuchs that he might not defile himself. So yeah, you know what? That's going to something else. I was about to go into something else, but I did. But anyway, but yeah, man. But this is also spiritual, man, because Daniel knew the word. That's why be not desirous of evidence, for they are deceitful meat. So yeah, man. It's what? Yeah. Even Daniel's friends, right? Let's go to that deceitful meat, right? Because Yahushua said in Matthew 24, I was actually just thinking about this when son of perdition, comes, or the possibly to deceive the elect. But that's even in the law. Let's go Deuteronomy 11. I ain't read this in a minute, but also too, Daniel, that's the reason why, because Daniel didn't want to eat their meat, man. That was also spiritual as well, man. It's not, he didn't want to follow their other gods, their philosophies, things of that nature, man. He didn't want the gods Nebuchadnezzar and stuff, the Babylonians worship. No, he wasn't going to do that, man. So and we see that in Bel and the Dragon, things of that nature. So yeah, so let's get this the deceitful meat, spiritual. Then we're going to hit Ezekiel. The Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 16. Take heed of yourselves that your heart, yeah, see, your heart be not deceived. Your heart be not, and turn ye aside and serve other gods and worship them. So yeah. So what did say? Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portions of the king's meat and the water nor the wine. That's what Jeremiah 51, Revelation, drinking out the wine of Babylon, pretty much, man. Drinking out of that cup, you know. Even modern day Babylon, well, I consider modern day Babylon spiritually, like, I'm just, um, you know, because I say that to say, because listen, there's a lot of people that like say America's Babylon's debate, but it's kind of like, it's kind of like the actually, ironically enough, Genesis, the group Phil Collins is if y'all know Phil Collins, in the air tonight, the singer, Edomite singer, Caucasian singer, him. Got a lot of songs too, but his most famous in the air in of the night, and also like Peter Gabriel things, and they had this group called there's this group called Genesis, pretty much, man. They got a song called Land of Confusion. It's one of the deepest videos ever, man, because it's kind of like a modern America, man, but pretty much, man, like in the song, like, if you ever watch the video, I recommend y'all watch the video, man. If you, even in the song, they say, Superman, where are you now? Pretty much saying, they were like saying, Christ, pretty much, where are you? Because look at the state of the world. But, but that's what I say, is like, America's like, like that, man. It's like this full of confusion. Babylon means confusion. This place is confused, man. Not only this, but all over the world, man, because other places wicked in the world as well. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that because, like, it is what it is. But anyway, let me grab let's grab that real quick, man. But I don't want to go too off topic, but let's go Ezekiel real quick, man. Ezekiel 4:13. Because this is brought out. This is not only talking about physically, but it's talking about spiritually, man. Ezekiel 4:13. It says, and the children of Israel, and the Lord said, thus the children of Israel shall eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I drive them. So yeah, man. But see now, like, even shoot, that's our people now. We even like, eating the defiled bread, like, that being symbolic of what, the different other gods, other philosophies and doctrines, like, different their own lust, their own will, like, pretty much. But we to eat Yahushua's, like we read earlier in John 6, eat Yahushua's bread and drink his wine, drink his blood, like, things of that nature, man. That's what it is. That's what Daniel. But see, the word was in Daniel, man. Like, it's a word that he said he had in the word in his heart that he wasn't going to do that, man. Because listen, let's get this Ezekiel chapter 4 and 13. And the Lord said unto even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I drive, I will drive them. So you see, man, yeah. So, and this is what the bread of our people, man. This is the bread that we eating it too. Let's get Proverbs 4 real quick. We went to Ezekiel 4. Let's get let me read that Ezekiel 4 and 13 one more time, because I kind of messed up. It says, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. Whether I will drive them. So yeah, let's get that Proverbs 4 and 16, man, real quick. Where we what bread is our people is eating, man. Let's get to Proverbs 4 and 16. It says, for they sleep not, except they done mischief, and in their sleep they have and their sleep is taken away, and unless they cause some to fall. Here's the point: for they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. So see, yeah, man, that's it too, and that's also like spiritually and physically things in nature, man. Like, because in violence, right? Because ain't going to violence as well. It's not only because we touched on that in the whole. The way it came videos, and how we talk about Matthew 24, and Luke, how Yahusha says it's going to be days of Noah, and how the earth is pretty much and during the times the earth was filled with violence. Now we know like we read was a Solomon, like Cain killing Abel, man. That just goes to show there's nothing new under the sun, man, because a lot of murders and stuff was happening during the time of Noah. Just like how it's happening now, but also too, violence is like was injustice, false balance, bad judgment, like perversion. That's what's going on too. So like when you go into that violence in Hebrew and things of that nature, I believe, because I was looking at that the other day. But here's Proverbs 4 and 17, and for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And in verse so yeah, that's in verse what you call them 16 too was like they sleep not unless they done mission. That was kind of like, remember those Jews that was like, they want to eat or drink pretty much like, until they conspire how to kill Paul. That's what kind of lines up with that too. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, that's what our people are doing, man. That bread and drink the water of violence, and and the bread of wickedness. But Daniel said, listen, he wasn't going to do that, man. That's why. But Daniel, what? Pray openly, man. Like, Daniel and his friends, man, they were faithful, man. So, like, and he was greatly beloved of the Most High Yahushua, man. Like, and he had the spirit young, man. Like, you're reading Susanna. And, like, and that always goes into how the Most High Yahushua can save just in nick of time. Because notice how Susanna was falsely about to get put to death. But, that's what man's goings of the Lord. He raised up a Daniel, put the spirit on Daniel to save an innocent person, to save her daughter, to save his daughter, man. Save his children, man. Because that's what it is. But yeah, let's grab that's it. Let's grab Toby real quick, man. Because Toby, they like, listen, they knew the word, man. So, like, it's not talking about physical, man. Because when I talk about this with brothers, even sisters too, like, I always talked about this when I read these verses. I always looked at it as on the the physical aspect, like, okay, like, when you trying to, like, especially that's brought out that Ezekiel, especially with, like, when we looking on labels for foods of that nature. But it's more spiritual now. Of course, we keep the dietary law, eat what we're supposed to eat, but I'm saying it's more spiritual. It's more spiritual than ever, man. Can't eat the bread of violence and bread of wickedness, and, like, drink the cup of violence, man. Gotta eat the bread of drink the blood of Yahushua, drink the wine of Yahushua, and eat the bread of Yahushua, man. That's what it was, man. Yeah. And pretty much, man, that's even in the wilderness. Like, when our people wanted the melons and things of that nature, they wanted the food. They wanted that stuff for the world. They didn't want the man there, because that was pretty much symbolic of, that was pretty much a foreshadow of Yahushua to now, when people don't want to follow the Most High Yahushua now. Or even you even got people that don't believe in Yahushua and the word, things of that nature. So even our people that's outside the word too, like, that's what that was parabolic of, when they wanted to go back in Egypt and eat the melons and things of that nature and all the other foods, like, that was symbolic of the world, like the food and stuff like that, of the world. But they did, but the bread or the manna was parabolic to the word. So that's what that was about. But let's grab the Tobit 1 real quick, man, because yeah. Let's grab this too. Then we're gonna hit Ezekiel 4 and 13 again. It says, and when we were captive away, and when we were captives to Nineveh, all my brethren, that those that were in my kindred did not eat the bread of the Gentiles. So yeah, exactly, man. So, like, and that's what, like, even Sirach, Ecclesiastes, Sirach even says, be continued with a godly man, like, because they're the one that's like himself, that know keep the commandments, man, because they kept the word as well, man. People that was with Tobit, like, even in that, man. So let's grab that, because they said, let's grab that Ezekiel again, man. Because that bread is defiled, not only the physical bread, but spiritually, man. Like, that's why that's going to that Baruch. They shall remember themselves in the captivity. Remember there are iniquities, our sins, transgressions, like follow the Most High house. Praise Him in the land of our captivity. Where is that in Baruch or it's somewhere? I just can't. It's slipping my mind. I think it's in Baruch too, but yeah. Let's get that Ezekiel one more time, man. So, yeah. And then we're going to close out. Ezekiel 4 and 13, it says, and the Lord said, even thus the children of Israel shall eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I drive them. So see, yeah, exactly. So someone said we're not going to do that, man. Like, and even, of course, like, now, and that's another thing too, even on natural tip, on a two-dimensional tip, pretty much, like, sometimes, like, with all that stuff, don't go, like, I know Sirach, Ecclesiastes says, be not ignorant of anything, like, any matter, small, big, like, with certain foods, you gotta realize you are in your land in the captivities, man. So, like, you don't try to stress yourself out. Listen, man, if it doesn't, remember, like, even Paul says in Romans 14, everything that is of, like, of not faith is not sin, like, and because in that chapter he's talking about pretty much the debate on, even people have this now, or vegetarian, vegan, or, like, meat. It does that really doesn't matter. Like, that's the kingdom of the Most High, and Yahushua is not about that at all. But even anything of faith, even that conversation alone is up sin. But if you're not trusting in what you're eating, man, then no, either you don't have it. If not, even listen, one of the elders told me when I first came in his walk, man, in the word, like, listen, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. That's what I would say about the food. Don't kind of stress yourself out. Actually, a sister, she reached out to me about the dietary law, like, things that nature. I told her, listen, read Leviticus 14 and Leviticus 11, Deuteronomy 14. And shout out to brother, like some brothers assembly the first one said, it's really like now, like, like think about now, once you spiritually mature, you realize, like, it's not like that complex, like especially something like the dietary law and a lot of, like, the things of the commandments, things in nature. Because don't get me wrong, law is spiritual, but it's more like, focus on testimony and most on house, new covenant, things in nature. That's spiritually maturing. But it's not. Of course, we go talk about the law all the time, man. Even other brothers that I watch, even people I know, like, in the word, hell, even outside the word, like, whether they be other denominations like Christians, Jehovah's Witness, sometimes it might be even just a bunch of Edomite Mormons around here, or like, just talk. Listen, they like Sirach says, listen, don't avoid a godly discourse and things of that nature, man. So not the basis of discourse, but yeah, man, that's just, it is what it is, man. It's like, yeah, just about that stuff, man. So hopefully, um, you know, hopefully, yeah, man, this is edifying, man. So hopefully, Most High Yahweh blesses your day. So peace.